Welcome back to the north. It's another beautiful morning in the discus tank. I'm hopeful that the new filter will show up today. Sort of excited. But it is Sunday, so it might not be till tomorrow. We'll see. See if I get an out for delivery notice in a couple of hours. Still too early to know. I have I think it was about a long one. I think it's at least a foot, it might be 16 inches. Bubble bar with suction cups, so I can stick it to the back glass in place of that stone, that single round stone, and get more coverage. I'm going to put a curtain wall back there, and then I'm going to move that stone up into that tank, make sure we get good aeration in there, and I pray that's going to fix my little issue. So the water's on point otherwise. It's absolutely perfect otherwise. It's almost hard to understand why I'm even having a problem, or was. And hopefully, and this makes total sense. I mean, I should have realized how pathetically weak my old air pump had got. But that, like I said before, that sneaks up on you. You don't notice that. Over time, your equipment slows down, it gets old, stops being as effective, and you got to update some things every now and then. It sneaks up on you, just sneaks right up on you. I've been avoiding something for a while now. I've been avoiding clicking on swamp tanker videos, but I made the mistake of doing it this morning, and nothing's changed with that crew. I mean, I was sitting down having a discussion over video chat. An old friend of mine that works for the sewage treatment plant, local sewage treatment center, and we were talking about these jars of mud and these swamp tanks and all of the little life forms that come with these preloaded biotope jars, whatever they want to call them. I'm not even going to name them what they call them because the whole concept's ridiculous. Anyway, we were looking at videos, all these things in these jars that you put in your tank when you add this mud that's supposed to help you have a quote-unquote biotope. He began laughing his head off and asking me if this water was sourced from a septic tank, because every single thing he was seeing in there is what they see in a septic environment. And he was literally, I wish he would let me record it and put it online, but he wasn't into that. He was literally tearing it apart, and he's convinced that wherever those things were sourced from, it was either attached to raw sewage or came directly from a septic tank. Now, the primary individual who pushes this product has been seen, recorded. People have made videos, even little songs about him calling his followers woke zombies. A lot of the advice the individual gives when it comes to substrate, is actually going to destroy your tank, because when you put mud underneath stuff and then you build up a graded sort of situation like that, what you're doing is you're creating a layer of hard pack in the bottom of your tank. It's going to harden out. It's going to fill in kind of like clay, right? And it's going to push up against the sides of your walls, right? And then you're going to go through seasons. You're going to go. They're setting you up with time bomb after time bomb after time bomb, and I think they're getting a kick out of it. I really do. I think they're getting a kick out of it. And people don't see through the fog. You're dumping septic tank water into your the equivalent, everything in that jar is the same thing they look at under microscopes and find in septic tanks. Okay, well, he's going to sell a jar with Guardia or something in it to somebody and get them very, very sick. He's going to sell a jar with like tuberculosis in it or something, and he's going to get everyone's fish sick. He's going to get people sick. Like, I don't even understand how it's being allowed to happen. I don't think you could even do that in Canada. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency would come down on you so hard if you tried to sell something like that up here. It would be ridiculous. I'd like to know if any Canadians have actually imported this product and got it over the border successfully. And I mean, maybe they drove it across themselves, but I'm talking about like through the mail. I don't even think it'd make it across the border. But if you have gotten that product across the border through the mail, post in the comments. I'm curious. I want to know if it actually. I don't think it will. They won't even let fish foods cross the border. Like the Joe Blow mom and pop guy who's making fish food in his basement. If they don't jump through a whole bunch of hoops to prove that their food is basically invasive species free on the parasite side of things, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency will not, or is not supposed to, be allowing it to enter the country. They're quite strict about it up here. So I'd be very surprised if that product was even allowed to be sold in Canada. I'm surprised it's even allowed to be sold in the States. Guardia jars, that's what they should call them. All right? Guardia, get your Guardia, get your TB, get your dysentery. It's all natural. Huh? Folks, give your heads a shake. Say no to swamp tanks. We have water treatment facilities for a very specific reason. It's to keep us away from water like that because it's bad for us. So back to, it creates hard pack. So basically you get the fish poop down in there into the mud, everything else. You've got some sand on top of that, and then you got maybe some gravel on top of the sand, or however the hell they do it, right? You got this layer cake, but the bottom layers of it, they're going to gunk up because no one gravel vacuums it, and that's going to turn into hard pack. It takes time. It takes months and months and months. What's going to happen? Somewhere around a year and a half down the road, right? You're going to go through a seasonal change, okay? And that wet clay-like hard pack in the bottom of your tank, that's pushed right up against the walls everywhere, right? You go through a seasonal change and you're going to experience expansion and contraction throughout the entire bottom layer of that hard pack. It's going to push into the walls of your tank significantly, probably expanding as much as a 1/4 inch or more on each side, pushing against your silicone seams. It's going to pop your tank and you're going to end up with a floor full of water one day. Okay, that's that time bomb. Forget the biological side of things, and your house is going to smell like a swamp, and you could potentially get yourself very sick. I mean, there's a video out there right now with someone talking about fish TB getting into their systems. Guess what? There are also individuals who subscribe to this kind of fish keeping and now are realizing it was a mistake. This fish TB, it doesn't just affect your fish. Your fish can never get rid of it. It could effectively actually be treated, but you've got to constantly medicate the tank for months to get rid of it. And they call it fish TB, but it gets into people too. It'll get into cows. This is why I think the water is probably being drawn from a septic tank. Sorry to say, don't be a victim. Stay away from that. Say no to swamp tanks. Say no to swamp tanks. This is how a fish tank's supposed to look. This is old school fish keeping, okay? With the new technologies. Old school fish keeping mantra. And then I'm applying all of the new technologies like the UV that wasn't available back then. We could buy it, but it was priced out of reach. So up until recently, it was priced out of reach. Now, as cheap as nails. use it. That's why we call it technology, right? Why go backwards? The Romans would have kept cleaner water than the swamp tankers do. And they started this shit. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Okay. There's personalities out there that basically feel like they've been rejected by the fish industry as a whole. And they're using YouTube to do as much damage to that industry as they can because it rejected them. And they don't care that who they hurt in the process. This is their form of revenge. And if you watch enough of the videos, what I'm saying makes sense. Okay? Very angry person, calls you all woke zombies, and is literally setting you up for failure, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, but that's what it looks like to me. And I normally see the forest for the trees a little better than most, okay? That's why I'm putting this out there. I want you to consider it. I could be wrong. I could be easily wrong. And again, I haven't mentioned any names, but you know what I'm getting at, okay? But those are the variables I just laid out. And if you were somebody that was trying to do as much damage to an industry as possible and to the hobby as a whole, this is exactly how you would do it. You'd teach people how to freaking pop their seams in their tanks, and you'd get a huge following doing all the same thing. And then the time bomb starts ticking. And at some point, like, people with the 16-inch substrates and 6 inches of mud down there turn into hard pack, at some point, there's going to be like a whole bunch of people that start blowing their tanks at the same time. And they're all going to start crying about it. And he's going to laugh so hard at you all when it happens. And remember, you're just woke zombies, quote unquote, woke zombies. Let's just get back to normal fish keeping, folks, right? The only reason that crap happened was because COVID and the algorithm was dominated by basically extremist politics, environmental extremism. And so if you put out certain green keywords that allied with the green narrative of the time throughout the COVID pandemic, you got prioritized. And they just took advantage of that. They took advantage of that, and they're doing as much damage as they can with it. The good news is the algorithm is changing. Those days are fast becoming behind us, and the grip that these individuals have on the hobby is quickly slipping between their fingers.